Hello and welcome back, everyone. Today, May and I will be talking to you about how to make your resume.
We will give you some tips on what to do and what not to do. But for further assistance and professional help, visit our Career Development Center.
In this video, we'll talk to you about what to put on your resume, and then we'll tell you how to make it look good. Let's get into it.
So to start off, let's establish some of the bones of your resume. So your resume should include headings or sections such as education, experience, skills, recognitions and achievements, and of course a little information about yourself. Maintain professionalism and avoid getting too wordy or informal.
Let's talk about each of these sections. I'll go in order of how I like to show these on my resume. So right here I have the skeleton of my resume with just my information. So I'll start off with the information about myself. I like to only say my name and some contact information like my phone number and email. But May likes to say a little bit more about herself, like she's saying an introduction in a conversation. So she might say something like, my name is May and I'm currently a student. And then next I put education, and since I'm still in school, I put down my projected graduation and my current GPA. And then after that, I put experience, including any volunteer work if it was really strong. So like this was volunteer work, but it was really good volunteer work, so I still include it. And then after that, I put any awards or recognitions I've gotten while working, and then I finish up my resume with my skills.
Try to be innovative with the formatting of your resume, just so that it sticks out from the rest. So avoid using basic and common templates. Make sure your resume isn't crowded, but it's easy to read, and whatever formatting you do choose, that is consistent throughout. And remember to not be too flashy with the design, because sometimes less is more.
We have a few smaller suggestions to bring your resume from good enough to great. For example, the wording on your resume is really important. Make it sound actionable and varied. For example, I've done a lot of teaching in the past. So rather than write able to teach 4 times in a row like I've done here, maybe I should try words like instruct, educate, inform, and then only use the word teach once. Note that when I did that, I also removed the passive voice, and it made me sound like a doer in my teaching rather than someone who's just capable of it. There are a lot of lists on the internet that have suggestions for good words to use.
Make sure that your experience isn't dated and is age appropriate. For example, mowing lawns, babysitting, and delivering newspapers probably isn't something that you should add as experience on your resume for more of the formal job offers, such as office work. A rule of thumb that you could always remember is if you were paid in cash, it probably isn't fitting to put on your resume. Add experience and achievements that are more relevant to the job offer. So in the case if you are applying as a gardener, maybe mowing lawns is something that you should add on your resume.
Lastly, tailor your resume to the job that you are applying for. Here I have one of our on-campus available jobs open. So sometimes you see job descriptions write out what they want in a resume, like these desired skills, or they use words that would be good to add to your resume that make you sound more qualified. Like you can see here they have initiate, communicate, and assist. Earlier, I said May likes to include more personal information than I do, and that can also depend on the job. May had the right idea to include stuff about herself on her resume for our current job because our job depends a lot on our personalities and experiences. If I was applying to be an accountant, though, maybe I wouldn't need to include an introduction on my resume. This resume tailoring extends to formatting too. So if the job you're applying for is graphic designer, then your resume formatting should be an outstanding example of your work.
Make sure that you have someone review your resume and that it's proofread before you send it off. Visit our Career Development Center where we have counselors and advisors available to help you build the best resume possible for your job offer. Their webpage has a bunch of different PDF documents for resume resources that you can use and reference other than, of course, Scarlett and Mae, and make sure you visit their website at go.csuci.edu/career development.